One of the most fascinating aspects of chess is calculation. When you look at a position, what you don't learn most of the time is when do you stop calculating? Let's look at the position in front of us. When you look at this position, there's a lot of interesting ideas. You see the exposed king, the weak points, and the only way this position is going to work for white is if he can carry out some sort of attack on the black king. So looking at it in general, you might be looking at moves like rook a1 and rook c1. But if you've looked at some of our material, you might have realized that when you're calculating, you need to look at the most forcing moves first. Anyway, in this position, you could look at one of the forcing moves, which is queen h7, and you can see that the king will just simply take the queen. So that would be useless. That goes also for queen h8. That also goes for queen takes e6 check. So as a fantasy, you would also consider this move rook f8. But this shows some promise. So when you look at rook f8, you look at rook f8 check, the king will take, and after the king takes, the queen will be able to go to h8. That's another check. The king can come to f7, but then you've got this other check, and then the king goes to g6. Now in that position, if I can make it easy and remove these arrows for you, in your mind you would have seen that, okay, after rook f8 check, king takes, okay, rook f1 would just be a waste of time because the king goes back, but this looks more promising, and after rook f1 check, king goes to g6. Now this position that you get here, it's easy to see that queen check, the rook takes, and also easy to see that queen check, the king takes, and any other check here, the king takes, and rook f6, the king takes. So in this position, it really helps to understand when do you stop calculating. So the advice I've seen around in books and stuff is you stop calculating when the forcing moves stop. Unfortunately, this advice does not work in certain circumstances where you have to find some brilliant moves. So that's why I actually made this video. You must look a move further than when the forcing moves stop. That will save you a lot of times. You must look one move further than the forcing moves. So in this position, utilizing that same concept, it's easy to find that g4, there's no way that black can stop you from playing queen h5 checkmate. So you need to train your mind to look one move further than when the forcing moves stop, and you start seeing things that you've not been able to see before. And for those interested, take this position, put it into your computer, see how long the computer takes to actually find the first move rook f8. It actually struggles. You have a lot of fun here. Thank you.